It's Jeff and Wilma at Budrum, and I'm going to show you how to work your bees without killing very many at all. First thing you want to do is have your smoker going well. Just give them a little puff of smoke. These bees have got a little bit of attitude, and we had rain last night and the night before, so I don't know what they're going to be like.
Oh, it's not a full hive.
No. If you live in an area where small hive beetle are a problem, it's very important not to squash bees between frames when you're replacing frames. That's important. Something to bear in mind. You might remove this box. This hasn't got a queen excluder, so I don't know where the queen is. When you move your frames around, always have your smoker handy. Well, I've repositioned my frame there, and I want to move this one across and put it next to it. So I'm going to move it across there and just give before I bring it up close to the other one, just give it a little puff of smoke there before I don't want to squash any bees between the shoulders of the frames. A little puff of smoke here and there. Now you don't want to drown your bees in smoke, just put a little puff of smoke around them, because the bees are continually moving air around. So you can see there's a few bees, well there was a few bees between those two shoulders there. So we'll just give them a little puff, that'll drive them away, and then I can close them up. This video is dedicated to a lady on the Flow forum named Cowgirl. So if you're watching Cowgirl, I just want to say g'day. You can see here, little puff of smoke there, just a little bit, see, drive them away from the shoulder. Another puff there, drive it away from the shoulder. You just want to make sure there's no bee squashed between comb and all that sort of thing.
And you don't have to hurry.
There's no rush, no. I did mention on the forum about what you can do if you've got plenty of time up your sleeve. If you've got a spare, you know, not in a big rush, you can just put a bead of honey on those frames. Mainly on the outside. Now these sauce bottles are fantastic if you do a split or something like that and you haven't got very little honey in the hive, and you know that the bees are going to be on honey. Yeah, there's plenty of honey around, but you just want to give them a feed overnight. This sort of thing is fantastic.
Just a squeeze bottle.
Squeeze bottle, yeah, it's just fantastic. Put a bead of honey on the top bars. Have a close-up of that, Wilma. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? See all those bees lined up?
All lined up in a row, drinking.
And there's no bees on the...
And there's no bees around the edges.
Around the edges.
Too busy drinking the honey.
So you can see here, there's no bees on the top of the box. They're all lined up on those frames eating honey. Now just supposing I didn't have that honey there, you just give them a little puff of smoke. There's a couple of bees there, just give them a little puff of smoke. That'll make them go and eat honey. What I can do is put it back on. And I haven't squashed any bees.
Not one.
Now while I'm here, I might as well see if I can find the queen. If she's in the top box, I'll find it. I'm going to make a couple of nukes out of this hive. I've got another colony making queen cells. Oh gee, here's the queen here.
Whereabouts?
Can you get real close to her?
Where is she?
Near my finger, if you can see my finger.
I can see her. I can see her, yep. Yeah. I've got her.
Yeah, beautiful.
Awesome.
Awesome. So she's only a very young queen.
Wow.
So now that I know where the queen is, I want to do the split. Then I can isolate her. Right, so what I'll do is I'll put her there. Now that I know where the queen is, I'm going to do this split. Now I have another colony that's making emergency queen cells, and you can see on the corner, all these emergency queen cells. There's quite a few there. Now I don't like to make splits on swarm queen cells, only emergency queen cells. So I'm going to
Why is that, Jeff?
if it's a swarm queen cell, the bees might think that they're going to swarm, that they've got a swarm. If they're making emergency queen cells, well then they're just going to continue on with that new queen as if there's been an emergency. So I'm going to take 4 frames with bees out of this top box, as well as 1 or 2 frames out of the bottom box. I don't want any of these bees to go back to the original hive, so what I'm going to do is lock them in tonight and take them down to my main site tomorrow morning. I might take 2 more frames out of here, out of the bottom. I'll put 2 frames in there with honey and bees rather than all brood, otherwise there might be too much brood for them to look after. So we have 7 frames there. I'm just going to put 2 empty frames in there, 1 on each side.
So are you going to lock these in as soon as you finish doing this, or?
Yeah, because I don't want any
Them going back.
Any of them going back. Mainly, the reason why I don't want any going back is because I want a good covering of bees on the brood.
Right.
If too many bees go back to the parent hive, there won't be enough protection against small hive beetle from laying their eggs.
Oh, okay.
That's the main reason. Otherwise, they'd probably manage with only the nurse bees. I have to put the queen back in here. So what I'm going to do is just put her next to this other frame. Just give them a little bit of smoke and that'll drive them away.
It's instantaneous, isn't it?
Yeah, so that just makes them go and eat honey. Now that's all it does. Get that lid on quick.
You didn't get any that time?
Didn't get any, no. So, now I'm going to show you, while we're here, how we move bees. The box hasn't got any holes in the box. The bottom board hasn't got any holes in it. There's no dry rot anywhere. I've got ventilation in the lid that's open. I'm going to show you how to lock them up. So I've got a bit of 20mm masking tape here. I'm just going to run that around the outside of the lid. For a short trip, this is all you need to hold the lid down. This is a bit of sponge left over from soundproofing my engine of my boat, and I've made that to fit in the entrance. You could, just for a bit of added security, just put a bit of tape over that.
And it's done.
And then it's done. Main thing is these vents are open. That's the main thing.
Yes.
And the bees will be able to breathe.
You can see their little legs and that at the vents already.
Yeah, they're already there, are they?
Yeah.
That covers that. We've covered a few things in this video.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for watching. Happy beekeeping. Bye.
Bye.